What's up, my friends? So check it out. The event starts tomorrow, and a lot of you have asked, Kris, what do you do to prepare yourself to be on stage like that? If you've been to the event, it's life-changing. It levels up your game. And people are amazed. They're like, there's no playbook. It's 4 days of content. You're in flow. You're doing all these amazing exercises. Like, it's clearly not memorized. It's not staged. Like, how do you produce that? And the reality is, at least for me, that the best preparation comes from practicing what I preach. I'm not talking about just buying more real estate every day. I'm not talking about just following my rules of wealth. I'm talking about breakthrough. Like, whatever isn't growing is dying. And for most of us here on this planet, we get stuck and we get in our way and we get mentally blocked. We have goals that we use to try to push ourselves out of that, but we give up so easily on them that most of us just end up falling back to our old patterns. And so years ago, I developed a technique that I leverage for basically getting me out of my own way and stop the self-sabotage. And it's an awareness process, and I just want to take a moment and share it with you right now. You see, the first thing that I do is I will get myself grounded, really calm, in a meditative state, closing my eyes, breathing deeply. And after I've done that to mentally push ideas out of my head and just get calm, I'm now receptive. And I ask a question. I say, what is the number one limiting belief getting in my way? And inevitably, something always comes up because we have over 10,000 limiting beliefs about finances, our body, relationships, life, personal power, our self-worth. Are we enough? Examples of limiting beliefs might be, I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. Making money is hard for me, right? We have all of these ideas, and these are the ideas that ultimately sabotage our goals because our programming is ultimately going to give us everything in life. So if you don't like the results that you're getting, you have to find a way to change the programming, and reading books won't do that. You have to have an experience, which I call breakthrough, and it comes in many forms. So let me tell you what breakthrough looks like for me. I calm myself and I ask what this limiting belief is, and once I become aware of it, I ask if this is good. And limiting beliefs are never good. They're always meant to be upgraded. So I get leverage over it by getting pissed. I actually take an opportunity to reflect on what are the consequences of this idea in my life? How is this affecting my finances? How much money is it costing me? That always gets me uptight, upset. I'll ask, how is this showing up my relationships, or maybe in my body and how I'm taking care of myself, my steward over my body? And inevitably, I end up finding many reasons why this limiting belief sucks. And then what I do is I replace it. I find something new, I'm emotionally energized, and I program it, and then I repeat that. 21 days later, it is stuck here in the mind if you really get down to the science of how we break this down. So I'm actually going to do this for you right now. I'm not going to close my eyes. I am driving. So here's the question. What is the number one limiting belief keeping me from being my highest and best self at this event? Right now, immediately what's coming up is being too attached to the outcome. Now, I'm not exactly sure why that's coming up, so let's explore it. What does that mean? Well, I get really attached to the depth of transformation. I get really attached to what people experience. I get really attached to their perception of the event. I get really attached to their results, whether it will lead to them doing more real estate, changing their life, making millions of dollars. And my understanding about those kind of attachments is that if I'm attached to a very specific outcome, it's an element of control. Like, I can control you, like I want something for you. And the reality is I cannot know what's best for you. So what I'm getting from this is I need a new belief, which is instead of being too attached to the outcome, I'm attached to getting the result. And I love creating space for you to receive it in whichever way is highest and best for you. That feels better. That feels more clear. That feels, for me, it feels enlightening, and it actually gives me guidance in how I'm going to show up and how I'm going to behave. Friends, it's that simple. That's what breaks. I do this all the time. I tell you to have a daily ritual of doing this, but the reality is I am doing this multiple times during the day. In fact, the moment I get frustrated, sad, or upset, I actually go through this process, and it enlightens why the emotion is feeling this way. It actually communicates to me and helps me understand why I'm experiencing this and going through this. I correct it, and then the emotional energy dissipates. Negative energy, sad energy, anger energy, all of that energy, all it can do is weigh you down, and we become problem-minded instead of solution-minded. So that's really why I do this. It keeps me in like a peak state, solution-oriented, and I love that. And just a shout out to all my mentors who over the years have impacted this breakthrough process in all the forms that it's come out to me in. Today, my wish for you is that you can figure out how to show up as your highest and best self, love your life to the max, and embrace life by moving forward. Remember, what isn't growing is dying. And you've got to get proactive every day to ask, where am I stuck? And if you find that you're stuck somewhere, it's up to you to fix it. No one else's job. Now, by the way, I will say that if you come out to one of my events, during those 4 days, I've organized about 30 activities that are all designed to reveal the different ways that you get stuck and in your way. And then I take you through a process where you can powerfully reprogram. What I've just shared with you here is like the super lightweight conscious process. But if you haven't been up to one of my events, in fact, not just my event, I believe everyone at least 2 or 3 times a year should do a full immersion event. These are 3, 4, 5, 6-day events. Tony Robbins does them. I do them. There are others that do them. And these events are designed to basically shake you up and create new awareness from where you're at to where you want to go. And they lead to really, really massive level ups. That's what I love about them. But I have my own little immersive experience every single day by just asking in a grounded state, what is the number one limiting belief getting in my way on? And I'll direct it. And then I'm going to find out what the consequences are. And then once I know what those are, I'm going to replace that belief with something that is positive, powerful, present tense, so that my subconscious mind can understand it. And I'm going to revisit that thought. I'm going to journal it. I'm going to revisit it every day. I'm going to pump powerhouse energy, peak state energy into it. And my life gets better. Been doing this for, I don't know how many years, but I've consciously been through 5,000 versions of breakthrough. And it has definitely reprogrammed my mind in an amazing way. You want to get this back. It's such a powerful tool, but if it's not trained, if it's not directed, then it works against you. And ultimately, you want it to work for you. So my friends, there you have it today. So just to bring clarity, I've literally just gone through the last 2 weeks. I went through one of the biggest transformational moments in my relationship with my wife. We were having some struggles. We were experiencing some difficulties, and I got excited because I'm like, every time we get on the other side, there's a level up. There's like renewed energy for life. And for me, that shows up as like demigod energy. All of us, I believe, have the spark of the divine inside of us, but we have to awaken it. And we honor that by growing and by pushing ourselves. So today, honor yourself, grow yourself. The growing and pushing I've done in the last 2 weeks, my friends, has prepared me for what is about to be unleashed at your Financial Destiny event with Kris Krohn. Click the link below, learn more about me, my events, come and check them out, or just keep subscribe and keep getting all the amazing free content that you can to keep growing yourself, whoever you're getting that from, because whatever is growing is not dying. And as long as you're growing at the pace that you can meet your potential, you're going to have one heck of an amazing, fantastic life filled with breakthroughs. All right, my friends, love you so much. I'm excited to be with you and serve you as powerfully as I can the next 4 days. It is going to be game-changing for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of souls, and it's my privilege to be there and share that with you. So, my friends, be limitless. Love you guys.